Shout out to the supporters of Tupac Was Lyrical. Like, yo, this is just a brief summary of the video that I uploaded the other day. It was a live video. It was Tupac's Talk Part 2. And basically what I said, I seen that Snoop Dogg was said that he said Tupac went too far on the Hit 'Em Up song. At this point, I lost all respect. I lost all credibility and respect for Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? Especially after watching Napoleon on Art of Dialogue saying what he was saying. Like, yo, like, I remember just looking at Snoop Dogg on that video, The House of Blues, when him and Tupac was on the stage, the way Snoop looked at him. Then there was this other picture when Tupac and Snoop was at the MTV Awards and Snoop Dogg was standing behind him, and the way Snoop was looking at him. And then that video shoot when they did the tour of America's Most Wanted, and the way Snoop and the Dog Pound and all them niggas, you know what I mean? The way they was just looking at him, or the vibe that they was feeling, like, it's just like, yo, like, and y'all still carrying that shit into your late 50s and shit like that. And now you telling people that Tupac went too far on the motherfucking Hit 'Em Up and shit like that. Come on, bro. That's like, and I also said that, you know, that's like when Snoop Dogg, look at all the stuff the shit that you said in your first album and your albums, when you talk about bitches and hoes and niggas and guns and you in the gang and all this other shit. You don't think you went too far? You don't think you went too far, my nigga? You think you perfect? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. How you shitting on diss records? You know how diss records go in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You know how it goes. And then you know what I mean? Then talk about why Tupac even felt the way he felt when he made Hit 'Em Up. And break down the lines of why he said that shit, man. But just to be going on, you know, and telling people that Tupac went too far and that he was bringing more drama on his life, like, yo, Snoop, like, knock it off. And this was on a Big Boy interview. I don't know if this was this year or last year. Like, you still talking about that, bro? So salute to Napoleon for coming through, man, because, yo, even Nas had to correct Snoop Dogg and saying, like, you know, Snoop Dogg was incorrect about, you know, part of the story when they linked up at the when they linked up in New York. I don't want to hear no more from Snoop. Snoop, don't even talk about Tupac no more, man. Napoleon broke it down and saying, like, yo, all that stuff Snoop was saying about Tupac was, you know, going through some shit when he was in prison. He said that's a lie. So it's just like, yo, man, all credibility for Snoop Dogg is out the window, bro. Like, real talk, man. I don't really want to, you know, Corrupt finally kept it real on that shit. I got my mind made up. Daz is the only one that seems a little bit more credible and he don't really publicly shit on Tupac unless somebody got some video of, you know, Daz, you know, saying what he was saying. It just seemed like Daz keep it more real than Corrupt and Snoop, even though Corrupt finally kept it real. But they got some, they feel a certain kind of way about Pac to this day. And that shit is crazy to see niggas 50 years old. Y'all niggas should be feeling good. Y'all niggas are still alive. Y'all shouldn't be so freaking bitter. In my opinion, you shouldn't be so bitter. You shouldn't be so down. You shouldn't be, so, you know what I mean? You should be bigging up Tupac's legacy. You should be like, yo, that shit was, you know, he did what he did. You know what I mean? That shit was wild. Hit 'Em Up was wild. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Big that shit up, man. But nah, man, put some more energy behind that shit, man. Really talk about Tupac like y'all love that nigga, man. When you hear Napoleon talk about him, man, you hear the love, man. You hear the stories about Napoleon stepping to niggas like Shine or you know what I mean, you know, Stevie J, or you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Like, yo, Ice Cube said Tupac went too far. Like, yo, come on. Ice-T said Tupac went too far. And and we're talking about as it relates to Hit 'Em Up. And, you know, I don't think they know that Tupac didn't get shot over the song Hit 'Em Up. It had nothing to do with that, bro. It was an incident that, you know what I mean, at the MGM that Tupac kind of ignited. You know what I'm saying? Kind of initiated. You know what I'm saying? But still, I just, yo, bro, I just made this video to say, like, yo, man, Snoop, the credibility of Snoop Dogg and, you know, him honoring and acting like you love Tupac, yo, you transparent, man. You know, brothers see through you, bro. We see through you. But anyway, man, we see through you. But anyway, what y'all think?